In order to differentiate ourselves in the market today, you have to be a thought leader and you have to spend time with your clients, but talking about industry matters, and that's what these symposiums are all about.
It's a great opportunity to come and listen to what Barclays feels is going on in the market on a variety of different topics.
Banks have to keep up with innovation, and the scale of the innovation involved with SEPA and other things that are going on around the world, mobile payments and disintermediation, it's an absolute imperative that we're here, keep up to speed and keep our relationship with Barclays.
It really is about spending time with our peers around the industry, looking at the challenging environment that we're in and sharing ideas about how we can work together to make it a better place. From my perspective, the symposiums have been fantastic. This is the 4th year we've run them, and it gets better and better every year.
Banks are going to be focusing on what are fee-generating businesses, such as advising clients on accessing the capital markets, wealth management, foreign currency exchange.
To us, the real growth opportunities lie in transaction banking. This is the movement of goods, trade finance, it's the movement of payments to pay for those goods, and it's the focus on what is real bread and butter business in traditional banking.
If you look at the development areas and opportunities there in places like Asia, the Middle East and Africa, and I think those institutions that have footprint and capabilities in those markets will win through. The US dollar still remains king in terms of currencies. It still is the world's clearing currency. I think we'll see new currencies come through. I think the renminbi will become more important over time, and we mustn't forget the euro.
It's a great opportunity for banks in particular, for foreign exchange opportunities. It's also a great opportunity for diversification. So if issuers or companies or clients want diversification and exposure to other different countries, they can get it through the foreign exchange markets.
Every day regulations impact us. They always have done. I think in today's environment, and given the challenges we as an industry have faced over the last few years, I think it's fair to say that we're going to see more regulation. You can't avoid it. You have to be ready to react to it and deal with it.
It's affected our liquidity, it's affected our counterparty risk model. So I think that what's been happening has not been good news for the smaller banks, or for the big banks for that matter. But it's a fact of life, and it's absolutely blown the pricing models out of the water.
It'll create potentially an unlevel playing field because there'll be different jurisdictions that handle regulations differently, which will be something that potentially could be arbitraged.
Clearly, in the UK, the FSA has been front and centre in delivering its guidance well ahead of some of the other regulators around the world, and obviously that impacts us. I think it not only has challenge, but it also has opportunity, and I think it's important that you're close to the regulators, understand what they're trying to achieve, and to react to that. Liquidity has become the real key issue in the markets right now, both from a regulatory standpoint, but also from just a pure day-to-day operational perspective. I think you cannot function as an institution today without having liquidity and have liquidity under control.
It is a more restrictive environment with respect to liquidity, and that makes it more challenging in some respect, but it also makes the banking system safer.
Competition in the banking sector is something which has increased, I think, exponentially in the last 3 years, because we're all chasing the same market, we're all looking to increase our game, we're all looking to improve the way we deal with our clients and the services we're offering.
There'll be other entrants into the playing field that weren't there before. There'll be mobile phone operators, there'll be technology and other innovations that drive new entrants into the market for new types of products. And also I think you're going to see that there'll be more asset managers and hedge funds and investment boutiques who are playing, who won't be subject to the same regulatory restrictions as the banks are.
I think we're going to have to make sure that we're providing the absolutely best service we can to the clients, and I think the clients have an appreciation now that it's much easier to move from one institution to another. So I don't think it's guaranteed you're going to keep a client forever unless you're absolutely on top of your game.